Hello. So the last time we had school, you worked on Chapter 7, Lesson 2, and I asked you to finish numbers 3, 4, and 5. I'm hoping you had those checked. If not, let's take a look at what you should have done here. So 5/12 times 3 over 1, and 5 times 3 is 15, and 12 times 1 is 12, and you should have simplified that and got 1 and 3/12, which actually could be simplified again to 1 and 1/4. For this one, we will do 9 over 1 times 1 over 3. And we can get 9 over 3. And this one, if you divide, you're going to get a whole number of 3. And for the last one, 7/8 times 4 over 1. 7 times 4 is 28 over 8. And here's one of those bigger ones. When we divide, we're not going to get that 1 this time. You're going to get 3 and a 4, 3 and 4/8, which simplifies down to the best answer of 3 1/2. So that, boys and girls, were the ones you were supposed to do. Let's take a look at these go deeper ones. We know they're going to be a little harder for you. Eliza brought 3 pans of homemade fruit bars to school. Her classmates ate 7/12 of each pan. Eliza gave a whole pan of the leftover fruit bars to the school secretaries and took the rest home. Explain how to find how much of the pan of fruit bars she took home. So first we need to find how much they ate. So we're going to do 3 times 7/12. And I purposely wrote that up there so we can see how much they ate. So 3 times 7 is 21 over 12. And let's fix this by dividing. And 12 goes into 21 just one time. We need to borrow. 11 minus 2 is 9. So I get 1 and 9/12. Let's fix that still. You should know that 3 can go into both 9 and 12. So we're going to divide them by 3. And we will get 1 and 3/4. So that's how much they ate. So how much does she have left? Well, she gave one whole plant pan away. 1, so that's 2 and 3/4 that she gave away, and they ate all together. And then she had 3 whole pans minus the 2 and 3/4. Now this brings back chapter 6, and we cannot do this, so we need to borrow, and we need to pick our fraction, and the fraction of 1 that I want to pick is 4 over 4. So 4 minus 3 is 1, and then the bottom stays the same. So she took home 1/4 of the pan. Taking a look at the next one. I got to scooch me over. Tracy is cleaning up after tilling a bathroom. There are 4 open boxes of tiling a bathroom, sorry. Each box has 5/8 of the tiles remaining. How many boxes of tile are left? Shade each model and then complete the calculations below to show how you found your answer. So we could color in 5 of each of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you count those, 5, 10, 15, 20, we would get 20 over 8. So you can see 4 times 5 is that 20. And now it's time for us to fix that. 8 goes into 20 2 times, which is 16. And borrow. 10 minus 6 is 4. So we put that on the top, and the 8 stays there. Hopefully you're starting to recognize that 4/8 is the same, I'm going to have to write underneath because of that speaker icon, as 2.5. And let's turn the page. Tyreek drew the model below for a problem. Write 2 problems that can be solved using the model. One of your problems should involve multiplying a whole number by a fraction, and the other problem should involve multiplying a fraction by a whole number. So I'm not too worried if we write the problem, but what I do want to look at is what is the problem. So how many whole do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they have 6 wholes. What do they split into? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And how many are shaded? 2. So this problem could be 6 times 2/5 or 2/5 times 6. Both of them are going to have the same answer of 12/5. And both of them we will need to simplify. And we're only going to do 1. 5 goes into 12 2 times. Subtract, and we get 2. And if you take a look at your simplifying chart, you're going to see that 2 and 2/5, because 1 times 2 equals 2, but nothing times 2 equals 5 as a whole number. So that is already simplified. And it says, how could you change the model to give you an answer of 4 and 4/5? Explain and write a new equation. So taking a look up here, they want us to color in 2 more whole numbers. So if we were going to do this, and we would need to get 10 more, because if you see, 10 of them is 2, because 5 times 2 is 10. So instead of 12, we would have to have 22. Let's take a look if that works. Let's do 22 over 5 and divide that. 5 goes into 22 4 times. We get 20. And there's our 4 and, oh, that's 4 and 2/5. So I actually need 2 more. So 22 plus 2 would be 24. So now let's see if that gives us what we need. And that one does. So we actually need to have 24 there. So what would I multiply here to get 24? So instead of 6 times 2, I would need to do 6 times 4. So my problem would have to be 6 times 4/5, so that I would get 24 over 5. That would be my new equation. I always like to stick that over 1 just so I remember that I'm multiplying fractions. Because when we get into multiplying fractions without the whole number, you'll see it works the same way. So boys and girls, that is that one. And next is your homework. So I want you to go ahead and rip that out. Let's take a look at the bottom one. I want you just to solve this. Don't worry about drawing a picture or explaining, but there's no reason you can't solve that one. So now that we have finished our book for lesson 7.2, I want you to go ahead and do your Think Central, and make sure you don't have anything left to do in your study island. So I'll be checking those skills as well. I will put on some make sure your chapter 6 is done on study island and your base 10, and I'll see if there's something for chapter 7. And then if you have all that done, I will put on something for Legends of Learning as well. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.